Yes, people, nice and decent people. Excuse the road mess. Still hoteling it on the 95 corridor on the way to New York City. Yeah, it's gonna be a long trip. It has been a long trip, but it's been a fun trip. You know, when you spend this much time, 20 something years, 24 years, rubbing elbows with some of America's finest warriors, you never forget them. So when I'm on the East Coast, I got guys in Georgia, guys in North Carolina, guys in Virginia, and we stop, we link up, and we share war stories and all them something there. So big up to Guna SC. I'm not in New York yet, not there yet, but I get there either tonight or tomorrow morning. You know, there were more people to see that I had on the itinerary, but that's all right. That's all right. Big you up, but I thought I'm gonna risk it with this hotel Wi-Fi because it's been mostly off. So if this shit keeps going in and out, I'll just end the stream because it's happened before at home on the good internet that I pay for. So this free Hilton Wi-Fi may or may not last this stream, but we're gonna give it a go because I got to get some predictions out there. Yeah, some predictions out there for the weekend. Now you can see in the title. Big up to Wahaha, by the way. Big up to Wahaha, resident United fan, the ambassador himself. Who United got? Villa, yeah, you got Villa, and we'll see how that goes. But listen, I have to get some predictions out there because I still will be consuming football. Won't be able to watch all of it. I might not even be able to catch the Arsenal game because it comes on at 3 p.m. Eastern time. 3 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be about New York City doing something. I'm not going to be in the house. Maybe I can catch it at a pub somewhere, but I will be out. I don't typically get games on my phone. Too many interruptions and all that there. But I will be consuming a lot of football still. Whether or not I can catch my own team, I consume all sports, and we speak on all of it because we do have fans from other teams that watch BBK Sports. So we're gonna see what it is. Nah, I haven't linked up with Matt yet. Maybe on the return leg, because I'm doing one opposite and doing the reverse trip, going back down, and yeah. So maybe I'll catch him on the reverse leg. Do they offer 50 nights in Paris at the Hilton? I don't know. I'm more of a Marriott guy, but the Hilton had a better rate this time around. Marriott's right across the street, but same night, random booking. Like last minute, this one had a better deal than the one across the road. So I think the one across the road is newer. Big up to Jagans, that's his BBK another Friday. Oh, you mean, my brother? Rock and go in. So the thing go. Big up, man. Big up to. And don't forget, people, don't forget to do what we do over here. Make sure that we are hitting like buttons and we are keep the comments coming. That's how we roll over here. Big up the community. Big up everyone who contributes to the BBK Sports conversation on a daily basis. Big you up, all of you. Now, yesterday's stream, I touched on the whole civil war within the fan base. It's gonna happen, isn't it? Because people like the people on the other side are seeing the cracks. They're seeing the crumble beginning, and they're leading. They're landing a preemptive strike to get out in front of it before the car crash, or they're at least attempting to. They can't do it with us because we predicted the car crash coming ages ago. We predicted all these injuries to pile up because no matter how big we claim the squad is, the manager continues to play the same 13 to 14 guys. And only when someone gets injured, someone gets rotated in quotation marks, yeah? So we've seen this coming. Now the Civil War thing is going to happen, but we have all the receipts of all the things that we set up in the summer, in September, even doing the magical 8 game run when we were getting away with stuff. 1-0 set pieces and all them something there. We've seen it, right? We'll discuss that. We'll discuss some more of the Yucharest thing, Kai Havertz setback, the Timber contract, well deserved. Didn't even get to speak on that yesterday. We'll see how it goes. But until then, big up to Darren. Man as I respect. Until then, there's a massive fixtures this weekend. And like I said, people, on the road show will be a little different. Because at home, I have a genius setup. It's an office with all my monitors and all my fixtures posted and all them something there. But it's some fixtures of consequence this weekend because we could see some mumbo jumbo at the top of the table, right? And even in the mid-6 cluster, we could see Liverpool get back into the top 4 thing. And once they get back into the top 4 thing, having the summer that they had and being the current holders of the Premier League, once they get into the top 4, they're are we still in the title race? Do we still have a pulse? Them ones. Like that, yeah. We'll get from the Liverpool fans what we don't get from the Chelsea fans to say that they're actually in it, right? But Liverpool can actually go ahead of Chelsea. They can go into the top 4 this weekend. Man City can go top. Villa can go second. Arsenal can remain top. We control our own destiny as Arsenal Football Club. But we've seen that happen before, right? How will this affect them? When these boys walk out 8 o'clock UK time on Saturday, and they peek at their phones before they walk out the tunnel, and they see Man City above them in December, mentality monsters. What does that do to them? Because we know that this is not the most mentally tough bunch of players. They haven't won anything together. How resilient are they? Right? Going through the rough cluster of fixtures with the Tottenham, Bayern Munich, and Chelsea, we said on the back end of this, we will see, or we will have the answer to whether or not this is a new Arsenal team. Whether or not this bunch is different than the bunch that haven't delivered any trophies over the past 3-4 years. Now, getting overtaken in December by City, it's one thing if it's Liverpool or if it's another team, right? But when it's City who has snatched our chains twice they've snatched our chains from behind. Pause. This can really, really let us know what these men are going to be about. And I'm not sure that we have the answer. I'm not sure we're going to like the answer that we get. Because if the performance is flat, if it's 0-0 at halftime, they will resort to panicking. Leading into last week's fixtures, it wasn't a case of if we're going to win the game versus Wolves. Everyone was saying, to include myself, how many? How many is it going to be? And I predicted a cheeky 2-0, but a comfortable 2-0. 2 goals scored in the first half. Second half, we missed a bunch of chances. Keep the ball, pass it around the other game. But it got to halftime, right? It got to 60 minutes. It got to 70 minutes, and it was still 0-0. If Man City are at the top of the table, that adds more pressure to what we're going to do at Phil Dickinson Stadium. Because if they're top and halftime comes and it's still 0-0, it's still 0-0 at the hour mark, do they believe? Because there is no such thing as luck, right? There is no way we're going to get that lucky to get 2 Everton players to score the goals for us at their ground. So we must put the ball in the net ourselves. And the longer that game goes on, the more cagier it gets. Now, I'm speaking like a man who doesn't trust this team. Can you blame me? I don't trust this bunch to go in a shootout with Man City. I was begging us to do a Liverpool. By a Liverpool, I mean you start strong and you finish strong. Because I've never seen this bunch chase anyone down. But before I get carried away, back into the big up Darren in the building. Excuse me. Yeah, this East Coast bug, I don't like it. As soon as I land on the ground, I get sick. What the fuck, man? Big up to Social say, people that support other teams that do more than Arsenal content than even yourself. You know what? Me and my brother Waffle Down speak on this all the time, man. Most content creators that are Arsenal fans, that I usually ask them, especially when they come on the panel, I ask them, brother, have you ever done a Chelsea stream, an exclusive Chelsea stream? Just Chelsea in the thumbnail, and you talk about Chelsea for 45 minutes to an hour, a legit stream. And most of them, matter of fact, not most, all of them said no, unanimous. I don't. Ask the United fans. Same thing. Have you ever done? Ask the Arsenal fans about United. Do you do a United stream now? But man, that Saeed, that Matisse, yeah, these men live and breathe Arsenal. Matter of fact, if you go on Henry Tark's Arsenal, right, that Tottenham fan, that guy, this one, I think his 20 highest videos are Arsenal content. Is Arsenal content, are Arsenal related topics. Like these men know. Now I put part of that on the fan base. We can't be so gullible that every time we see an Arsenal player or an Arsenal headline that's catchy, you get drugged in and you go watch that shit. That's why they keep doing it, because the demand is there. But yeah, I hear you 100%. Big up, Jagon's getting his blessings. Just another day in the Prem. Everyone plays, nothing changes. I promise you a whole lot will change. A whole lot will change. The first thing that will change will be the narrative. When Man City go top, bomber ass clot. Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, I can't breathe. I almost choked. Oh, Jesus. Woo. Woo. Oh, Jesus. I can't even click the button. Listen, just when I was thinking it's not about to be a clear day, Claire comes through and breaks the Claire comes through and Claire breaks the super chat record for BBK Sports. Claire, a 50-pound super chat say, cooking stream when? By the way, if you're not supposed to eat at night, then why is there a light bulb on my fridge? In my fridge. I'm going to be here for a little while, so please hold this. Oh, my days. Claire. Oh, my day. Where's my applause button? Claire Bear, take as much time as you need. Get well, physically, mentally, spiritually, all that someday. The link is in the channel, to Instagram, my email, reach out. Make sure that you let the community know that you are good, whatever it is that you are indulging or embarking on. Respect and love every single time. Now, victim, we're all casualties of the Claire Bear, because I don't know where the hell I was. I think I was around here. On social, big up. We got 33 locked in. Can we get to 25 likes? Can we? We'll see. Christmas gifts early. Now, just another day in the Prem says socials. Everyone plays, nothing changes. The first thing that will change will be the narrative once Man City goes top. And let's be clear, they're going top. They're putting at least 4 goals past West Ham. Well, not 4. They're putting at least 3. I think I jot down a prediction here. Let me see what I got for the West. Yeah. They're putting at least 4 past West Ham. West Ham are shit. West Ham are dead food. The first thing that changes the narrative, in my opinion, social. And once the narrative changes, opinions change with it. Opinions and influence, chatter gets to the players. They hear this stuff because they hear the praise. These players will have you believe they don't listen to the media, they don't listen to this, they don't listen to that. They listen. There's a reason why when Harry Maguire was shit for Man United, when he scored, the first thing he did was cuff his ear. Right? Strikers who cuff their ear, players who cuff their ears. Oh, where's the noise now? I've been listening. I've been hearing all this stuff. Yeah, they hear the narrative. Once the narrative changed, they hear it. These guys are human beings. They hear the chatter. So we will see how does our team respond to the big blue shark chasing. Because the magical 18-game run that the other side would have you believe we went on saw Manchester City close the gap from 7 to 2. So if our 18 games run were magical, first loss in 18 games, and we're not supposed to lose our heads about it, let's pay attention to what Man City are doing. Because if ours were good, theirs were better. Hence, they earned the opportunity. Earned, not given. Earned the opportunity to go top of the Premier League table this weekend. And we know what happens when them man snatch onto a table. They hold it. 47 locked in. Maybe we can get to 30 likes today. Big up. Big up to Sheldon. The faster we off top, the faster we can end this charade is getting tiresome. Now, the charade, the charade. Now, the possibility exists that we stay top. The possibility also exists that we lose top and still go ahead to win it. The likelihood of said possibilities, numbers are different, isn't it? The odds are low. Big up to Gavin. Big up. It's Mikhail versus Arsenal. It's beyond the players. All down to lineup and choices. And you know what? To that, I said on the Bruised Banana a couple times. And big up to the Bruised Banana. Yesterday's show, fantastic. Couldn't make it. They were on while I was on the highway. Listen to it. Helped me get through this state of North Carolina with ease. I'm in Virginia now. But yeah, pick the right lineup and go sit down. You work on what you've been working on all week with your first team. As long as the guys who you went through your first team rituals with didn't get hurt during warm-up, they have the game plan. Go out and execute. Go sit your ass down and let the guys play football. 50 seconds in a game, you shouldn't be over there landing airplanes, Mikhail. Let them work on go execute. Now, when you see how Moisey sets up tactically, what you can get out of the game, who you can target, where you can get your overloads, where the advantages are for us, you send those messages across and you execute that plan. But sometimes it is as simple as that, socials. Pick the right lineup and let the boys go execute your mission. Sounds familiar. Big up to my bro, the Waffle Down. Now, people, I do apologize, though. The weekend warm-up with me and my brother, the Waffle Down, is usually Fridays. But this Wi-Fi is so iffy. I had no idea where I was going to be during this time. So I refused to draw my brother out and let him commit to a time that I couldn't even commit to. So once I get to New York and the dust settles and I know what's going on, it is the holiday season, people. You know, shit's gonna ebb and flow. So I make no promises, but the weekend warm-up will be back at some point. Me and my brother Waffle Don said, "What time zone I'm in? I'm in the Eastern time zone, so I'm 5 hours behind you legends over in the UK." I like the Sheldon. Big up. Yeah, football. Get to watch Kanate. Well, he can't get any worse, isn't it? He can only go one up. Okay, gotcha. Let's check that out. Wahaha. Wahaha is the key recommender, you know. Big him up. Me in Richmond, Virginia, my G. Have to put this on the screen again. Damn, Claire. Oh, our God, our Father, who art in Zion, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come on earth, thine will be done on earth. Hallowed be thy name. If you know, you know. That's the Rasta prayer. Big up the Rasta man, them. Big up the DG2, big up BBK and chat. Do we win the Prem? Arteta has to prove that he's learned from his mistakes. So far, it doesn't look like that. Nah, when we don't have to go back too far. We do not. I'm sure you've seen the clip of Cesc Fabregas floating around being interviewed when he is saying, "I'd rather play like this than to play like that." When the other team, when the players on the pitch see you take off an attacker to put on a defender, subconsciously okay, now we can attack. Haaland is off the pitch. Now we can go attack them. I promise you that Pep regrets he took Haaland off at the Emirates. Because with Haaland off the pitch, we probably don't get as bold to step into the game the way we did for the Martinelli equalizer late. And Cesc is a football savant. He knows the game as a player, and he's going to be a fantastic coach. I don't want him at Arsenal yet. You know? Said he does some madness with Como, or they like the football, or they like his philosophy, like Company. That Bayern Munich said about Company, and they say, okay, one of the top clubs in Serie A take a punt on Cesc. And he's successful, and he coaches Juventus or, you know, Napoli or one of them for 3 years and delivers 2 league titles, then I would gladly have him at Arsenal. Because then he would have been an experienced, proven winner. that can manage us. Not another Arteta experiment, not Xavi Iniesta, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Claire, Claire, Claire. And she's done it again. She's done it again. A lovely Claire Bear. She's done it again. And you know the applause button is get lost. Don't know who's getting them because my YouTube studio is not attached to my screen right now. It's not even open. I closed all the windows so I can maximize the bandwidth of this hotel Wi-Fi. So I can't even see if Eros has entered the chat or any of that yet. You know, I got very limited visibility here. You know, like fog, visibility is only 100 meters. Visibility is low right now. Yeah, that's almost choked on my lemonade. Lemonade, yeah? Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah. Clear gone with the thing, man. Clear gone with the thing. Big her up every single time. Legendess, the Duchess, the Arsenal FC Duchess. Breaking news. If Pep leaves City is expected to join Spain after the World Cup. I can see that. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see Pep go to Spain. I'd like to see Zidane go to France. You know, I'd even like. I'm cool with Carlo being in Brazil, but Carlo can go to Italy, right? And all the big boys. You know, we could even see Klopp go to Germany and they compete with each other at that level. It'd be great for the game, you know. But yeah, get up out here, Pep. And when that happens, this will further prove to all the people who are saying that all these big jobs are lined up for Arteta to take them. Oh yeah, we need to lock Arteta down because Spain is circling or Man City is circling and Real Madrid. No, they don't want him. I think Enzo Maresca is higher up the pecking order to go to Man City than Mikel Arteta. I think Vincent Kompany is higher up the pecking order to replace Pep at Man City than Arteta. And he has a relegation on his record. He is a man relegated, but he can drop a Bundesliga trophy on the table. Bam! There it is. Arteta has to type an essay. Couple of second place finishes. Never lost to the top 6 for like 48 games straight. Has to fluff it. Has to do a narrative to try to suit his agenda. For me at this stage, it wouldn't matter who's top. Arteta has to prove to me that he has learned from his past mistakes. So far, it doesn't look like it. Secondly, Arteta should be focused on winning games. Now, with that being said, who will win tomorrow? Does the Arsenal go to Phil Dickinson Stadium? And that's rocking, by the way. Fantastic new stadium for who have been there. Tell me it is. Do we go there and turn them over? It's a tough task. It's a tall order. But Newcastle, well, Everton is a funny bunch because we've seen these men get packed in at home to Newcastle, but they go to Old Trafford and win with 10 men. Which Everton will turn up? I tend to believe they tend to turn up against the big teams. Right? And by turn up, I mean they're going to try to play us off the park. They're going to try to press us. But they do have a lot of injuries. So do they park the bus and do the smash and grab thing? Or do they play for a draw? I don't think a draw is the terrible result for Everton. No, they're doing better than most people expected. But if they get a draw, I think you offer David Moyes a draw right now, he'd probably shake your hand and walk off. We can't. We don't have that luxury because a draw, we're not top. And then, you know, our counterparts can't sing, "We are top of the league." Yeah, if we win, there will still be a narrative. If Arsenal draw or lose, there will be a narrative. Nothing changes. Again, it ain't about the players. It's Mikel decision-making. Now, we know the Mikel decision-making part. We get that. But the narrative that will change if City go ahead of us is the B word. You know it's coming. Is it another bottle? You know how this fan base, these players react to pressure. The changing narrative will bring pressure. Now there's pressure at the top and there's pressure to chase. Now we've seen these guys with pressure at the top and fluff it. Maybe an argument to be made up. And that could be the spin that the top gooners will spit on it. We'll spin it and say, maybe it's better if we chase them. Nah, fuck that. I saw us chasing them, waiting for them to drop points. Tottenham Hotspur, Heung-min Son, one-on-one with the keeper, puts it wide. They go to Fulham the next week. Them son of a bitches are flying kites instead of training and just roll over for City. I don't want to be chasing them, man. They got a faster car than we do. Arteta hasn't learned from his past mistake. He has not, but there's still enough time to change and improve. Can he? That's not what I'm sure about, brother. I haven't seen enough. I haven't seen enough change at the correct pace to satisfy any crave that I had that he is changing. I think he is stuck in his ways. I think he actually believes that this way can win. He has seen something that we don't. Big up to the assembled. Prem is one of 4 possible trophies, but Arteta has a lot of work to do to keep the best team as the foundation. But for me, he has to show tactical flexibility to win the Prem, and I don't think Arteta has it. Great point. And speaking of the one of 4 trophies, on Tuesday, when everyone else is chilling, I think, we have Palace, right? Now, imagine this for a second, social. The narrative changes this weekend because City usurp us and go to the top. And then come Tuesday, we get bounced up out of the EFL Cup. That narrative all of a sudden turns into an avalanche. And the bottle, the B word, starts to become a thing again. And then, I know it may sound like I'm catastrophizing here, but we've seen this for the past 4 seasons. Getting knocked out the cup early, and it just turns into a shit run of form that see our entire season just completely unravel. 21 likes, oh yeah, rah, big you up, big you up, big you up. These likes up like you love your parents. Big up to that, man. Yeah, do it. Stone Love. Dagans. Stone Love. 41 Burlington Street, Kingston, Jamaica. The home of Stone Love. It's still there. Every Wednesday, if you're home, you go Weddy Wednesday. The founding fathers are still there, my bro. Father Weepo, still there. I don't think Rory's there anymore. Billy Slaughter, G-Force. New generation, but Stone Love. Big up to the other ones. No disrespect to the other ones, but Stone Love. That's it. Man, them came to the Emirates and low block from the jump. Pep did the right thing. He didn't want to hold 5 again. But they went ahead early in the game. I think we had a game plan, and our game plan was shot to bits when they scored in like the 12th minute. They scored early. So they were leading the game. The 5-1, we scored first, and we missed like 3 clear-cut chances. Havertz put one wide. Then he got the same one, passed it to Odegaard, and Odegaard scored it. When we were pressed, they couldn't get out their half. Declan was on smoke that game. Ethan Wanieri was getting minutes. Thomas Partey was winning the ball up high and having shots at the goal. We were at these, man. This game at the Emirates, I think both teams were kind of trying to feel each other out. But yeah, I hear it. Pep versus Uncle Mo battle international. Oh, yeah, I'm hearing. I'd love to see all of them. Mourinho, Carlo, Klopp, all of them. Ain't nobody. And no near nada. And no director of football, no general manager have the type of patience that our fan base has given Mikel. 5 years and a blank check. You know how much shit you can buy for $1 billion, right? So yesterday, the president of the United States, or last week, the president of the United States issued an executive order to pay the U.S. service members $1,776 each. It's called a warrior dividend, right? Because the country was founded in 1776. So if you're an active duty soldier, hey, go check your bank account. There's $776 on the way to you. And it's like a 1.4 million. So that's over $1 billion, maybe even close to $2 billion. That's how much money Mikel Arteta has spent in the past 5 years. And we have nothing to show for it. I don't think any other club have that type of patience. Any club with ambition, really. If he goes to like a mid-table team who are buying and selling, maybe he could thrive, but none of the big boys that we're talking about. Big up to Latvian. Big up to you, my bro. Unfortunately, this ain't Wenger Emirates era where you have to pay off a stadium, getting lowball for fees. You can't come take anyone from us. So, you know, whenever I hear that, I want to punch Wenger in the face. You know, and I hate saying that because Uncle Wenger gave us some of the best memories and, you know, allowed us to sit at certain tables. But the paying off the stadium thing was a farce, right? Because we have come to see in modern times, we have seen Tottenham Hotspur down the road, who haven't won shit, build a bigger stadium, a better stadium, and was able to keep their best players, their best two players. They kept Harry Kane and Heung-min Son throughout, playing at Wembley and building the new toilet bowl. So if they were able to do it, not winning shit, Arsenal, we were winning trophies, winning major honors leading up to leaving hybrid. But they lied to us and told us that we had to sell our best players. I don't believe it. Me no believe it. Then move them bumbuckler. City don't know what tough is. And we you know, it's our job to make it tough for them. But we let them back in. Leopards don't change their spots. 100 is his own worst enemy. Blunderman hasn't got it no matter what you look. It's the most at it. The most he can win is the FA Cup, and he's done that. He's reached his peak already, in my opinion. Big up to Door on Tour. Big up, bro. Forest fan here, just up to your channel. Big up to Door on Tour. Round of applause for you, my dude. Welcome to BBK Sports. We do this daily. Let us know what your thoughts are. You know, I know that Wolfie represents a large mass of the Forest fan base, but let us know what you're saying. Oh shit! And there he is. This is how long. Listen, Claire has thrown me off so far with her kindness and her generosity that I'm just getting to the boss. But they say what? Never late is better. But here we go. E the boss Ross. Go ahead, my brother. Manners and respect.
Maybach music.
Finally the herbs come around. Get it by the phone, yeah. Come, Mr. Talent, Mr. Summer ganja planter. Ganja farmer. Excuse me while I light my spirit.
Maybach music.
Excuse me while I light my spliff. Yes, sir. And we send our well wishes to Claire as E. Ross gives out the instruction that a boss does. Wenger win at least one Prem and some FA Cups with $1 billion spent. Arteta's a clown. I think Emery wins or something if he was here for 6 years. I honestly don't believe another manager would have fucked off all 3 league titles. And this is I was about to say this is not an Arteta diss, but it kind of is. It's kind of hard. I don't think any other manager given this amount of backing would fuck the way up all 3 Prem titles. May not have won all of them, but he would have won one of them and a couple of cups, right? Somehow he was able to take that team to Napoli and win to get to that final with Aubameyang and Lacazette getting creativity from Mkhitaryan and Iwobi. And then geographical and political discourse forced Mkhitaryan not even to play in the final. He couldn't even travel to Baku, to Azerbaijan, because he's Armenian, and you know what was going on at the time. Like, people forget the context that Unai Emery had to operate, but they apply all the context to Mikel. BBK, is it true that you get to go to college for 3 years for free after you retire from the military, in addition to some great benefits? You go to college for free while you're in. You don't have to wait. You can go to school during. I maximized my time in the military, my bro. When everyone was going to lunch, they have colleges, and colleges have offices on the base. I go to school at lunch. I went to school after work, then go home. Weekends, I sacrificed a lot, so you don't have to wait. If you really want to get after it, because when I'm retired, bro. I'm done. You know, so some people wait till they're afterwards to go, and yeah, it's not a year limit. It's they give you a certain amount of money called tuition assistance, You can spend that up in 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, even 4. Big up though. Wenger's last 10 years was a joke. He was trying to save the club instead of trying to win. Facts. It's so layered with the amount of protection that Wenger. He was literally, the Turkish said it best. He was literally a shield between us and them. And somehow Arteta has found himself in that shield position. That's why he's being paid so handsomely, because it's not on merit that he's on 15.6. What negotiating leverage would he have if he goes into the Cronkies? You haven't won anything. How are you making this much? The negotiation, if the only leverage he would have is, if you're going to expect me to go out here and lie to the fans about we're trying to win, you have to pay me handsomely. So I'll be the shield, but the shield comes with a price. I see no changes. Hey, that's just the way it is. It's ironic that Arteta doesn't want to change. Now, yeah, he's changed post 22-23 because of PTSD, victim of his own creation. Yeah, he doesn't want to feel like outside influences has forced him to change. But brother, it's a sport. Like when your team takes the pitch on Saturday night, based on what David Moyes does, it will force you to change something. It's called adapting, my friend, Mikhail. You haven't earned the right to be stubborn the way you've been stubborn. Welcome, Dons. Big him up. Hey, there it is. Are we ready for it? The man who taught, this bad. Monster. This tough. But hey, this is dope. I like that one. Hey. No dead now, guys. See? No pressure. No pressure. Wahaha, it's your turn. Tomorrow or the next day or whatever. Never the next time. That Eros blesses the chat. I wish I had my monitor. I could have get that in there right after I played the tunes. But that's dope. Big up, Monster, with the wordplay. Blunderman, originator of the Duck, my brother Darren Martin. Big up, fellas. Says Eros. All crumbling is this course mentality and approach to this season. He has one last crack at it. One last crack. So he can't be a third. He can't commit the golden bird. BBK the legend, sky's the limit for you, brother. Big up to Eros, man. You're far too kind, my G. Big you every single time, man. Thank you for being here. Absolute facts. And this crumbling Mikel Arteta has learned during Wenger's latter years in management, the soft, weak underbelly and complacent mentality. Now, I'm glad you said that, Doc, because here's the thing. Arsenal Football Club, dear our beloved once great club, it's time. Time for what, BBK? It's time for us to punch somebody up. Someone is due for a beatdown. Can we beat somebody down? Everton, I'm sorry, but it should be you. It should have been Wolves. Wolves should have been a punched up. And we made an MOS. We made a meal out of that shit. So, can we lay a glove on someone? We owe somebody a Rasen. Yeah? It's been too long. Like the 5-0 and the 3-0 Forest and Leeds, distant memory. We need a mid-season beatdown of someone. And I hope it starts tomorrow. Big up to Yaga P. Manners and respect. Hey, I literally walked in. Hey, the timing, that's the power. That's the aura around E. Ross, Big up, man. Now, because my prediction, I'm not expecting a beatdown, but I do expect that we win the game, right? I'm going for a 2-1 Arsenal versus Everton. KG 2-1. However, this is one of the games where I won't even be too frustrated about the performance. I was mad about the performance against Wolves because Wolves, these men may struggle to stay in the championship this year or next year because they're so bad. They are historically bad. So I'm sitting there like, Everton are actually doing well, albeit they have injuries in that. But I'll take the points over performance this week. Last week, I wanted the points and performance. But that shit, yeah. Blunderman isn't a shield. He is spending money. Wenger never had money to spend, but brought in Sanchez and Ozil, Aubameyang, Cazorla, etc. They're not treated the same. So the thing when I say Arteta is the shield, I mean, the club is competing. The club is challenging. That may be it. We want to win. The Cronkies, the board, all of them may be okay with competing. Now, if we happen to win while we're competing, great. But competing and challenging seems to be the priority, not winning. So Arteta is the shield between us and them. When we're demanding winning, they can disguise wanting to win with we just being challenging. Just coming second. And if we just happen to nick one, pick up a couple of cups, great. But if a big name player comes that we know that will not guarantee, but damn sure make us odds-on favorites to do a double, you'll never hear Arsenal name being thrown in there. Right? When Mbappe was free on the market, why not? This is what we smashed the stadium down for, right? We weren't even at the table. We were just here to challenge and compete. Yes. So Doc and Wahaha, you up next? The man that taught Chuck Norris how to Chuck Norris. Big up to Mito, man. Love, my guy. I did that. Hey, 2-1. Yeah, I'm going for a 2-1. But I fancy a beatdown in one of these next coming, whether it be Brighton, someone. We need a convincing performance, to lay a marker down somewhere. As they say, there are 3 things in life: death, taxes, and Mikhail finding a way to sabotage Arsenal. That All or Nothing documentary sequel is going to be riveting. Don't tell me they're making a sequel. You're just saying that, right? They didn't know in hell. Yaga B said 3-1 Arsenal. I'm here for it. Did you get beat downs at Atletico Spurs? No. See, the Europe, I guess I should have been specific. I want a Premier League beatdown, right? Because we're top of the champs, and it doesn't really mean much because it's 1 through 8, the same thing. Spurs, we're always going to beat them. You know what I mean? And ironically, the guy who helped beat down Spurs was the first guy he moved out of position when this captain got fit. You see Salah thing, NG and they ain't go away. That's just more him and his feelings than being dropped. Louis Steele has said Salah has questioned summer signing why Isak and Words are seen as future of LFC. Well, now that Mo Salah is going in AFCON, I'm expecting to see maybe like a 4-4-2 now from Arne Slot, right? I think a 4-4-2 can actually suit you, man. Well, you play Ekitike and Isak, and behind them, you play your Premier League winning midfield. You don't change that, and you just add Verts to it. Simple, right? Just keep it simple and see if it works. Mo Salah's not here to throw a tantrum on the bench and act like a little Mitch, a little man bitch. Yeah? I don't want to see that because I think it will work. And we got Liverpool in 3 weeks' time at the Emirates. So I think we're going to see a bit of 4-4-2 with them. Agreed, BBK. We need a malice at the Palace performance. Yep. We need to start battering teams and go on a streak. Yeah, I'm not talking set piece goals and corners, like cut teams open 3-4 times. Bang, bang, bang. Goalkeeper target practice type. You know what I mean? One of them ones. We're due for one. Big up to Mito, man. Legend. Make sure we are subbing to Mito, people. Christmas, holiday season and that, but Mito, there will be some live content coming out of Mito's camp. Man United ambassador, just like Wahaha, but that brother speaks facts and is all about accountability as well. Arteta, he's crying. He's not gonna have his star. We'll have us back till January now. Yeah, and this is the thing. That boy, he hates Gyökeres so much that he tries to rush Havertz back and then fucks him up even more. There was no need for Havertz to be rushed back. There was no need for Odegaard. Right by that, we went on the 8-game. Our best run of form came while you were out. You shouldn't have been looking back to get back before January anyway. Why? Gyökeres is fit. You have Jesus. You have Marino. What the hell? We aren't missing Kai Havertz. I know I'm not. Yeah, big up to Kwaja, man. Hope you're good. I think City go first place this weekend. They'll take it for at least a couple hours because I do believe West Ham getting punched up. I'm going 4-1 City. Consolation goal at the end, a Paqueta screamer, but they're getting punched up. And we will know how our boys react to that. I don't think they respond well. We'll get something ready. Hey, you're in the shoot. Big up, man. Big up. Amazon sequel, man. I don't want to see that shit. I do not want to see that. The same Everton that lost 4-1 at home to Newcastle and 3-1 at home to Spurs. Yeah, but they went away to United and won with 10 men. Moisey will give Arteta a problem to solve. Now let's see. Oh, we hit 1 point here. So big up to Door. Big up to Door who subscribed to the channel. Forest fan. Big you up for that sub, man. We'll get there. And yep, another plug. The 2K. We get to the 2K, another giveaway on the show. You know how we do over here. You know, we giving back to the Claires of the world that give to the channel. Big up. Do you think Blunderman Tap's football is entertaining as he did? He said he'll change football culture. He is so Arteta, the culture thing, right? The Emirates was toxic when Emery got fired, hence why he got fired. Booing Xhaka off, it was toxic. It was a toxic thing. Arteta has some politician in him, right? One thing, I spent time in a psychological operations unit, PSYOP, right? Fourth psychological operations group out of Fort Bragg. Many of our missions was to go around the world and win the hearts and the minds of the people, right? Because here's the thing. If we can win the propaganda war, then we don't have to fight, right? If I can convince a nation of people that it's not an occupation, it's a liberation, and they buy it, then it's calm and it's easier, it's cheap. Because war is measured in lives, not dollars and cents. Cost money, but you know what I'm saying. So in a sense, the propaganda war is more important than the actual war. Now, if I try to convince you that the propaganda that we're here to liberate you instead of occupying your land and you don't buy it, then we'll just kill you. That's just how it goes, isn't it? But Arteta saw an opportunity where he knew that if he could change that toxic environment and let everyone hold hands and sing North London forever, he will be protected. And that was layered and bolstered and amplified after he won the FA Cup. Because now he has the silverware, and now moving into the next season, anyone that could challenge his cohesion and his holding hands and kumbaya, the Aubameyangs, the Guendouzi's, he got rid of them. Now he's in charge of the harmony. Is it a duck or a rabbit? Remember that? So the politician in him realized that if he can create a certain environment, it could protect him for time or buy him some time. And lo and behold, today, I got the black hoodie on. I always stream it a hoodie on anyway, but I could have worn the red one or the blue one. But I saw Shane Guna in the breakfast. He's got the armband or morning. Yeah, so I'm fully in the black. But this is what happens. He knows that if everybody feel good and emotional attachments are there, he can buy him some time. Yeah, I think if he plays them two and plays his regular midfield that he won the league with and does adverts to it for some creativity, I think they could get some change out of who they play this weekend. Liverpool have Tottenham. Oh, shit. They have Tottenham. I don't know how that one's going to go. I think, what if Tottenham beat Liverpool this weekend? Oh, my days. George will be unbearable. Liverpool will play a 4-4-2 counterattack now. You know, this counter-attacking football can be exciting. That's my pick as well, Kwaja. You know, so counter-attacking football can get you off your seat. A lot of people think that counter-attacking football, I'm not saying you say it, Monster, but a lot of people think counter-attacking football is boring. Now, it can be exciting football. I've seen Real Madrid win games 4-5-0 with 38% possession of the ball. But every time they got the ball, Vinicius was full. Remember the number 20 Vinny before the 7? Running down the wing, putting it on a diagonal for Benzema to tap it in. Them games, exhilarating. Every time they got the ball, it looked like they were going to score. That Palace game going to be tough. I saw their Conference League lineup. So they rested players. Glasner pulling up. So look at Glasner rotating. Yeah, and watch us field tired players. And it's going to be a very physical game. Very, very rough and tough. 4-4-2 diamond is a lot of us fans said in the summer we were expecting to go that way. He only waited recently to try that formation, and it's worked a lot better. No need to keep it for now, in my opinion. Hey, go for it, man. The sequel, the road to the Thames. Hey, big up to Shane, man. Big him up. Big up to the road boy, Psyop FC. Yeah. Psychological operations. If you can, the biggest trick Mikhail has pulled off at the club is that he convinced the masses that the banter era ended. That's what he did. That's why you have Arsenal fans that can go on panel now with chest, right? You'll see Positive Dan go and are giving it to Liverpool fans. You'll see this, brother. They have the trophy. The year City fell off and we were supposed to win it, they snatched it. So the banter era, nah, brother, that shit ain't over. We're still fully in it. With Everton missing the players they got out for tomorrow's game, should mean you're gonna go up against City nasty Moyes, a low block, and counter with Dibbling and Barry. If we let Barry score on us, man, if we let the French version of Buddy Hield score on us, low block is a thing. I don't know why Arteta and his cronies are pretending like low blocks are a thing. You know who else plays low block? Pep. He's been here for 7 years, 6 years, 8 years. Got 6 league titles playing against the low block. Wenger faced low block. Got 3 Premier League titles. You think teams used to open up and play against Wenger? Fergie faced low block. Got 3 Premier League titles out of it. Low blocks are a thing. Team didn't open up against the Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. So why is it an excuse for low block? It's there. Okay, solve it. Probe. Put attackers on the damn pitch. Black armbands are out. All black, everything. That's it. That's the solution. The slow block shit. There is no defense for the perfect pass. Do you realize he's only won 8 games in the FA Cup since he's been here? My God. Please, for the love of Christ, win trophies or just sack him. Like I'm sick to that of seeing this guy at the club. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, Wahaha. And you know why I said that. I won't say it here, but you know why that damn Barry you know why I said it. Attack him. Play attacking football. We will live with that. Yeah? We want to see our football team play football. You know how much it used to cost me to go to the Emirates? Imagine if I used to pay all that money to go see my football team not play football. Man, shit. Now, Monster, I hate to do it to you. Liverpool versus Tottenham. If you're LFC Monster, look away now, my friend, because I think Tottenham beat you. You're still my guy. You're still my guy, LFC Monster. But I think Tottenham beat you. I think Tottenham put 3. I think it's a 3-2. So this is what Tottenham doing it. Like I made predictions about Tottenham last year and the season before that people laughed at. But I've seen this Tottenham team slap 4 past Villa, lose at home to Ipswich, and then go beat Man City 4-0. They does this. Tottenham. So yeah, rapid fire. Going 2-1 Arsenal. I think meltdown settings. I think Tottenham beat Liverpool. City putting 4 past West Ham. Bang. 2-2. Think Newcastle and Chelsea ends in a stalemate. I think Bournemouth put 2 past Burnley. I think Brighton Sunderland be a dead rubber game, but Brighton win. But that's not the most shocking result of the weekend, people. You would think this would be the most shocking prediction I'm making. No. The most shocking prediction I'm making for the weekend is, I believe, the mighty Aston Villa at Villa Park, where they do not lose. Villa Park, where they're this juggernaut. Unai Emery master. Nope. I think Ruben Amorim go there and turn them over. Hammer him in, damn it. Yep. Call me crazy, then you'll understand. If Walt Frazier did comment to you on tomorrow's night's game, he said Barrett is slicing and dicing. Yeah, in his fucking in them damn suits, them Craig Sager suits that he be making. On the blunder, it's called defense ball. Yeah, counter defense. I got it as another 6-3 win for us, to be honest. If Thomas Frank lets that happen, he's sacked. Because they can't be conceding that many goals. You know? But it's just Tottenham, they're weird like that, brother. I'm telling you, when I made that, if I was betting parlays, I would have hit big that week when they beat City. 4-0. They beat Villa. Put 4 past them. But they lost to Ipswich. They tracked the boys at home. Then go put 4 past City without Van der Ven, without Romero, with a makeshift back line with Dragusin and Ben Davies and shit. Tottenham do that. Fly status, all black. Hey. I'm on some other shit dressed in all black. Big up, man. Arteta getting whacked. You know what I mean? Business when I'm in full black. Hey, Doc know his shit, you know. What's in that cup you drink? It's Hungarian lemonade. Now, assembled. I've seen Tottenham do this shit. They have these weird results in them, and you know I'm talking about it. You remember last year they lost to the Tractor Boys at home. The week before that, they beat Villa. Then they went to Man City with a makeshift back line and put 4 past them at the Etihad. I think they beat Liverpool. Weird result. But I don't think that's the biggest shock of the weekend. I do think Unai Emery goes, same when he went to Anfield and beat Slot. I think they beat Villa. BBK remember better celebrating like LeBron last season if he did that against us. And the French buddy Hill also scores against us. I'd be Ron Artest mid-level. A. Everybody can get it. From all 4 games between LFC and Spurs, the aggregate score is 14-4 in our favor, but it ends tomorrow, damn it. It ends tomorrow. Richarlison. You know, this time, the Richarlison goal is going to count. It's going to count. You know, the chicken dance. Imagine the striker for your club has a celebration doing the chicken dance. You know, but I mean, I can't even go too far with that because, you know, our striker at Arsenal Football Club has the coldest celebration in all of football, but can't use it because he's not scoring. It's mad. But that world peace. You remember that? Man hit his chest. I remember that shit, man. Piece of shit. It's a meta world peace. Piece of shit. Crazy boy, you know. New York boy. I think he from Queens. It's a mad one. Imagine that chicken dance has more goals than our strikers combined. It's madness. It's crazy. And this is an indictment on Mikel. When you have Ethan who can create, you have Eze that can create. Give them a chance to feed your striker. Show the world that you can coach, man. That's why we know you. Like, we don't know who you are as a person. You're probably a great dude, a great husband and all that stuff, but we know you because you manage our football club. Show me that you can coach an attack. Show me that Arsenal Football Club is not a graveyard for strikers. And that's what it's becoming. Oh, my days. Hey, the assembled. So I will be in New York tomorrow for sure. I might get there tonight, but I will be there tomorrow for sure. I'll find between my dad's house and my sisters and my in-law, I will find somewhere the best place to set up my computer to make sure that I'm here tomorrow to answer for my predictions and to answer for the crimes that Arsenal may commit tomorrow on the pitch. But I do believe Spurs 3, Liverpool 2 will be vindicated. And I hope Monster ain't mad at me. But I just feel like this is one of those weird results for Tottenham. Hey, you better look over your shoulder because that boy crazy. You know, he's on Prozacs. Meta world peace. Calvert-Lewin has more goals than anyone at Arsenal. Oh, shit. DCL, the man that wears skirts, Leeds. Richarlison was destined to play for Spurs. They got a cock of their badge. He has the chicken dance to go with it. You know what? I despised that son bitch when he was at Everton because he had that fucking retarded looking fade. Like, brother, all the barbers in the world, and you trimming yourself. And just when I couldn't dislike that he goes sign for Spurs, I'm like, oh my days. Arteta thinks he's Rain Man or Alan from The Hangover on that mathematical computation. Yep, he was in Queens. Him and his godfather, infamous mob, has been him. Miles, what's his name? The one that was blowing air in LeBron's ear and pulling down Arteta's pants, Paul Pierce shorts. Lance Stevenson, he's from New York too. Imagine that. Now, New York City is not a real place, Imagine the two craziest fuckers in the NBA comes from New York City. Done the dumbest shit, man. Blowing in LeBron's ear, running into the stand, beating up fans. It's bad. If Sabazla is out for the game tomorrow, then I'll be worried. He's the machine, isn't it? Hardly ever gets injured. Actually shoots. Have a shot at the damn goal. I'm putting my money on Meta World Peace, formerly known as Ryan Artest. If we dare, I'll be here. I know I'll be summoned to the carpet. Okay. Yep, that's him. The two craziest you on camera, HD, blowing in a man's ear, pulling down Paul Pierce's shorts. He's untying people's shoes. Just, doing, oh man. Oakley was, but yeah. The Oak man, he was a little rough around the edges. But yes, people, those are my predictions for the day. I do, in an attempt to get to New York tonight, I must leave it there. I have some there's a place called Fort Lee, Virginia. Virginia is recent Civil War history. Fort Lee, Virginia is where we actually train. We do our logistics training. I know a lot of people there, a lot of old friends there. I will be stopping over there today before they break for the Christmas holiday. It's 1 p.m. So most of the soldiers are leaving work anyway, so they can go spend their soldiers' dividend that Donald Trump just gifted all of us. So yeah, I am going to have to leave it there in an attempt to get to the city tonight so I can start my Christmas vacation and all that stuff. Yep. Crazy. He wasn't from New York. I think he's from Michigan. You know what? I have no idea where Dennis Rodman is from. I just know he's from Crazy Land, wherever that is. But I am going to leave it there, people. We had up to like 47 people in here at the time because of you legends continue to support the channel, hitting like buttons, dropping comments, and all them something there. Love for the everlasting love and support. Big up, manners and respect every single time. Again, Claire Bear. Love. Back into the streets. And like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.
Yeah.